And we are right back into the action for another day. Looking to bounce back after a lousy video there yesterday. So let's bounce back, starting with Game 1 of the NBA Finals, where I'm going to take the Phoenix Suns to cover the full game spread, coming in at -6. So Game 1, take a look at the previous Game 1s for each of these teams in their previous playoff series, and you're going to see some dramatically different results. Phoenix 3-0 in Game 1s, a 9-point win versus the Lakers, a 17-point win versus Denver, and a 6-point win versus the Clippers. Milwaukee, meanwhile, 1-2. They had a sloppy 2-point win in overtime versus Miami. Then they were beat by Brooklyn in Game 1 of that series by 8 points, and a 3-point loss to the Hawks in Game 1 of the East Finals. That's an 8-point favorite at home. So maybe they do need a little bit of a feeling out process to get into these series. Let's hope that will be the case tonight. Now let's take a look at some stats over the course of the entire playoffs, where Phoenix does come out on top in the majority of key stat categories. They're in Chiron EFG, opponent EFG, free throw attempt rate, points per 100 possessions. They're turning it over less and have a higher 3-point percentage. So the big storyline coming into this one, Giannis is doubtful. If he does take the court, he's probably going to be limited, but most likely he's going to be out for this game. So the big takeaway from that is look at the two games these teams played against each other during the regular season. Milwaukee lost both games despite the fact that Giannis scored 80 combined points in those games. That production, quite simply, is hard to replace. Milwaukee doesn't have a guy like Paul George that can step up and fill the void of the best player being out of the lineup. Now you might say, Joe, what about Chris Middleton? Chris Middleton cannot be trusted. He just completely no-shows some nights. You take a look at a couple games of the East Finals that stand out. He went 0 for 9 from 3 in one of them, 0 for 7 in another. So I like Phoenix to take care of business. -6, my favorite player prop for this game. We're going to target Chris Paul. We're going to target his points, rebounds, and assists. The number is 34.5, and I am taking the over. So those two matchups in the regular season versus Milwaukee, Chris Paul absolutely filled the stat sheet against them. He had games of 42 and 38 points, rebounds, and assists versus Milwaukee. His scoring volume is way up since Game 1 of the series versus Denver. He is being relied on a lot more to do some scoring here for Phoenix. He's averaging 26.7 points since Game 1 versus Denver off 19.8 shot attempts, way up from his regular season numbers. And you take a look at his previous stats versus Denver and the Clippers. He averaged 40.8 points, rebounds, and assists versus the Nuggets, and 36.1 points, rebounds, and assists versus the Clippers. And of course, he was out with COVID, and we've seen him improve with each passing game. His point total has gone up in every game since returning to the lineup, as has his field goal percentage. Next up, we're moving to the diamond, and a player prop that caught my eye, Jose Berrios. Strikeout total sitting there at 5.5. I'm fading him. I am taking the under against the White Sox. So he just pitched against the White Sox here last Thursday and had a grand total of zero strikeouts against the White Sox. And it's not like he didn't pitch long into the game. He pitched 5 innings through 89 pitches. He allowed 11 base runners, had 0 strikeouts. For what it's worth, 2 separate games versus the White Sox last season, he had totals of 1 strikeout in one game and 2 in another, and he might not be able to last very long to this game. The White Sox are smashing right-handed pitching at the moment. First in OPS and WRC plus over the last 2 weeks versus righties, with the 4th lowest strikeout percentage and the 8th highest walk percentage. So give me Berrios under 5.5 strikeouts. There you have it, my favorite plays for Tuesday. Hit up that comment section right down there. Let me know what your best bets are. Give me a like if you like the video. Give me a dislike if you don't like the video. For whatever reason, whatever you decide to do, unless you're fading me, good luck with your bets. And as always, keep chasing that paper. Woo!